Okay, tutorial number 2. I said I'll show you how you can come up with new ideas, new characters, new costumes. Well, there's a computer software thing that I use apart from drawing, but I come up with characters on a regular basis. Some of my stuff's been posted on Heroes of the North web series. This is some of the stuff I posted on their series. Just take a look. Is it really hard to come up with new characters, new concepts, new designs? I mean, there's so much potential out there to introduce new characters into any universe that you want that you can have fun with it. But no, let's rehash old characters, change their stories, change the villains. It's not the way to do comic books, people. The whole point is to be creative and come up with new ideas. You want people to buy comic books, never bought comic books before? Give them something new. Something different. Something that they can actually, hey, I like this new character. How would this character act with that character? So take a look. And like I said, these are all stuff I've done for a web series called Heroes of the North. I did this stuff as fan art for them. Posted it on their site. Got some pretty good positive reviews. It's a Canadian series. It's Heroes of the North on Facebook. No, because I'm creative.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell them my website. They can figure it out themselves. I also draw. Okay, but this is just showing you an idea of how you can come up with new heroes, new characters. All these guys have a background story. Here's a character that's a UN type character. You know, Super Soldier UN. You like the violence comic books, we got sniper characters. There's a range of stuff you can do with new characters. You can bring these people into the comic book world, DC, Marvel, anything you want. It's all doable. So instead of just coming up with rehashing of old stuff and changing it over and getting people going, oh, here we go again, come up with some new stuff. It's not that hard to do. I mean, I've got tons of designs. Here, just look at this. Okay? These are files of just designs I've done just using the computer software. Golden Age Canadian characters brought back. They're all copyright ordered. Stories Dark Order, my own personal series, The Guard. There's tons of stuff out there. I mean, these are my own guys. You can see I've got quite a few of them. You can do stuff. Comic book companies out there, instead of looking at rehashing, look to new stuff. I mean, you want drawn characters? Well, I got files. And boy, do I got files. Each of these files is a whole bunch of characters. So you can do it. You can come up with new characters. To say that there's no new characters, I mean, are there companies that stupid that believe that we won't fall in love with a new superhero or we won't hate some new villains? Oh, come on. It's so easy to come up with new characters. It's amazing how much stuff is out there. I did this for a friend of ours in New Zealand. He wanted a New Zealand type Justice League, so did some research, and lo and behold, came up with New Zealand type characters. Oh, is it so hard to do? Yes. Okay, to say you guys can't come up with new characters and new characters are wrong. Oh, really? Maybe if you guys stop looking at, you know, the guys you've been using for years and say, okay, you know, let's go with something different. Let's go with, I don't know, some new people out there, some new talents. You might find you're actually going to get some stuff that's, wow, that is new. It's a different way of thinking things. I mean, if you look at it this way, 20 years ago, who would have thought Alex Ross would be doing the comic book covers? He painted real-life looking people, and it worked. People liked it. People went, this is nice stuff. Now, Alex Ross, oh yeah, you gotta have his stuff. I mean, come on. How can you not get his stuff? It's the same thing with anybody else. Try new people, and don't just think about, oh, I have to get an artist to come up with a new character. I have to get a writer to come up with a character. There are people like me. Okay? Crazy people like me. All we do are the 3 C's. Costume, character, and concept. That's the best thing for it. If you really think about it, really focus on it, you come up with a concept, you come up with a character, you do the costume, and then you give it to the writers. Here, do something with this. But no, DC, Marvel, you guys would rather just rehash. More number ones. Oh, let's not forget the Zero craze. Yes, Mad Montreal Girl, a whole bunch of them did Zero issues. It was a pre-number one issue. They did tons of them. Oh. Why? Go figure. They could have very easily said, hey, let's just do, prequel series. If you look at the BD stuff from Europe, one of the things they do a lot is they do miniseries. They come up with a character, they go, okay, boom, here's the character, miniseries, done. Oh, 2 years later, miniseries again. That actually could work for DC Comics. That could work for Marvel Comics. They're always doing miniseries anyway. So why not just do miniseries and try to give up on trying to do a series that's going to last 20 years? Because you know you're not going to make it last 20 years. You're going to cancel as the sales hit below a certain number, which will probably be really soon. But just to show you, I'm going to show you a couple of last ones, just to show you what drawn artwork looks like. Here you go. Here's some drawn concept designs. Wow. These are just black and white, and no colors on these yet. But just to show you that you can actually do stuff that's new. It's different. Because how are they going to bring Power Girl into the new 52? What about the Justice Society? Poof, gone. And as for Marvel, well, apart from making new mutants all the time, how many new characters have they come up with recently that are really good? It's time to think out of the box, people. Mad Montreal goes going 1, 2. Think out of the box. I mean, there's so much potential out there. Oh, I know you're trying to keep your copyrights. Oh no, got to keep our copyrights. Well, you can still keep your copyrights, and how about making some new ones? Think about it this way: you get some brand new characters, and I'm not talking Aztec. That was a horrible new character from DC Comics, but some new, really well thought of, well-rounded characters, and you'll have new copyrights. And you know what that means? New marketing. New merchandise. More toy sales. Maybe even a movie. I mean, go figure. Hellboy was an independent comic book company. Sorry, it was an independent comic book, and look what it's become. Movies, toys, ongoing series. Oh, be honest, come on, Men in Black, for those of you who remember, was a black and white comic book that sucked. 2 movies, and a third coming out. So you think, DC, hey, Marvel, especially you, DC, though, because you've always been the better company, think about it. Instead of doing this re-continuity, another crisis, we'll call it something else, change everything over again. It's like a horrible juggling act that everyone gets fed up with after a while. How about new things? Here's one for you. How about a storyline where you can explain why there's been so many legions of superheroes? I've got that storyline for you. How about a concept that would allow for Jor-El and Lara to come back? Ooh, a new storyline there. It's a good one, too. I did my research on that one. A new type of Flash storyline where the Flash takes up a new identity. And it also explains why he didn't die in the crisis, unlike the thing where he just popped out of the Speed Force. Oh, that was so stupid. He just popped out of the Speed Force. I actually did research and found loopholes for all these things. So come to people like me. If you don't want to talk to me, there's other people out there. There's tons of writers out there who have new ideas, who have never worked in comics before. Open your doors, open your mind, and look at new sources instead of going rehash. Sorry, what'd you guys call it again? A relaunch? Yeah. I said enough for tonight. I'll show you guys more of my stuff on my own Facebook pages. For now, Mad Montreal Man, I've ranted and raved, and you've watched it, so thank you. Good night.